Welcome to the Bailey how-to videos. Now in this video we're going to be covering hitching and unhitching, and we'll also include a few towing tips in there as well. Now to hitch up your tow vehicle, all you need to do is make sure your corner steady's raised, your handbrake is on, and the hitch head itself is going to be above the height of your tow ball. And with that done, you can get your tow vehicle. Now to get that hitch head above the tow ball, it helps if you have a spotter behind. Now that could be your wife, your partner, or one of the children, but if you want to avoid that family drama or a dented bumper, a reversing camera makes it a very easy process indeed. So with your tow vehicle in position with the tow ball below the hitch head, we're ready to hitch up. Now the first thing to do is to attach the breakaway cable. Now if anything happens, this will pull the handbrake on. So what we do, especially if you have an eyelet on your tow ball, loop it round, clip it onto the eyelet, and then clip the cable back on itself. Now with the breakaway cable in place, make sure that both of these levers are in the upright position. This is the stabiliser lever and also the coupling lever here. So with these up, simply wind the jockey wheel up so the hitch head drops and goes onto the tow ball itself. Now with the tow ball in place, this lever will click back and there's a green indicator at the front. But as a safety double check, wind the jockey wheel back down so it raises the hitch head back up, and it will also raise your tow vehicle. So do this for an inch or two. Now this double checks that everything is in place, which allows you to wind the jockey wheel back up again, all the way, making sure that the forks on the bottom locate into the lugs. And with the forks in the lugs, you can then undo the clamp, bring the jockey wheel up, and secure into place. Next is to drop the stabiliser lever. Now push that down and we have a green indicator here. And now the final thing to do is to plug in your electrics. Now before you do so, if you have ATC, you'll have a little indicator light here. Now this will go from red to green. If it doesn't go to green, simply unplug this again, wait a few seconds and then plug it back in. If that remains red, you may need to contact your retailer or service agent. Now, if your cable's too long, you can put a couple of twists to shorten it. And then once it's the correct length, all you do, open the cap on your electrics, pop your electric plug in and give it a twist. You may have heard the ATC come on, and now is the time to check that everything's green. We have a green ATC light, we have a green indicator underneath this stabiliser hitch, and the green indicator on the hitch head itself. So before you release your Caravan's handbrake, just double check that your car's handbrake is on, and then you can release your Caravan handbrake. And now's the time to double check that all your windows are secured and everything is as it should be inside. Now that includes skylights. And if you've got a helper with you, they can go around the back and you can just double check that all the lights on the back of the Caravan work. And now's the time when you're ready to tow, you can attach your towing mirrors. Now a few words about driving, or especially towing. Things are slightly different, such as the speed limits. If it's a single carriageway, the speed limit when you're towing Caravan is 50, and if you're on a motorway or dual carriageway, the speed limit is 60, not 70. Also worthy of note is the fact that if you're on a motorway or dual carriageway with 3 lanes or more, you're not allowed to tow in the outside lane. With all your checks done, you're now ready to go. Right, so now your Caravan is hitched up to your tow vehicle, you've done your checks and you're ready to go. I think now's a good time just to cover a few little tips and tricks just to make your life that much easier. A, when you're going to site, and B, when you're arriving on site. This tip was given to me when I first started and still remains one of my favourite tips ever. So if you want to reverse in a straight line, obviously put your tow car in reverse and just go backwards very slowly. And should you see more of the Caravan appear in one mirror than the other, to keep it straight, so let's put a bend in there. I can now see more Caravan appearing in that mirror. So all I do is turn the top of the steering wheel towards that mirror, keep turning more steering wheel, and then it will come back straight. So if I dial more in this way, you can see the Caravan turning in that direction, meaning there's more of it in this mirror. Again, just turn the top of the steering wheel towards that mirror whilst I'm reversing, and then it will straighten it up. Now, if you'd like to reverse onto your pitch, just pull your car and Caravan ahead of the pitch, which gives you enough room for the Caravan to pivot around its axle. Now, when you're ready, you'll be at 90 degrees to your pitch. Now, put a finger on the bottom of the steering wheel and turn it towards your pitch, i.e. the direction you want to reverse it. Keep turning and you'll see the Caravan turning towards your pitch. Now, when it's reversing, you can then catch it or follow that action. Give it tiny little movements, don't go too fast, and it always helps if you have an aim point, which on a site is normally that pitch peg. Now, don't worry if it doesn't go right first time, just pull forward and try again, because nothing beats a bit of practice and repetition. Now, if you'd like a good grounding point to start from, both clubs run towing courses as well, and they are worth their weight in gold. As an example, I remember my wife was helping to set out a towing course with one of the instructors. She'd never towed before, and in about 5 minutes he had her reversing into a pitch. So it's well worth booking. If you're a member of either club, go online and see if there's a course near you. Right, so you've reversed your Caravan onto the pitch and now you're ready to unhitch it. So with the car, you've got your handbrake on, and now's the time to put your Caravan handbrake on. Now, if you need to, you can also chock the wheels if need be. So what we'll do now is drop the jockey wheel, and we'll raise the stabiliser hitch. And while we're here, we might as well disconnect the 13-pin electrics. We'll store them back here. Now, you probably note at the moment we've still got the breakaway cable on, but we'll disconnect that last. Now we're going to wind the jockey wheel down, and as the Caravan comes up, we'll just lift this hitch up. Now as it comes up, you'll see that the Caravan hitch is free from the tow ball. Now, with everything disconnected and in position, now's the time to undo the breakaway cable. Now I tend to just clip that onto the top of the jockey wheel. So just double check that everything's disconnected, and with everything as it should be, before we put the steadies down, now's the time to level your Caravan.